Admiral Jake Morrison floated in zero gravity as he looked out the window of his command station. The view showed nothing but darkness and distant stars. No one would guess that the biggest secret in human history was hiding just a few miles away. He pressed a button on his wrist device. "Lisa, give me an update on New Terra." Chief Engineer Lisa Carter's voice came through clearly. "We're at 96% completion, Admiral. The main engines are ready for testing. The armor plating on sections 12 through 18 is finished. We're ahead of schedule." Jake smiled. After 30 years of work, they were almost done. New Terra was not just any ship. It was as big as Earth's moon and could destroy entire fleets with a single shot. The best part was that nobody knew it existed. Commander Ryan Phillips joined Jake at the observation window. Ryan was in charge of keeping their secret safe. He looked tired, but happy. "The Federation still thinks we're just mining asteroids out." "Here," Ryan said. "Their spy satellites show our workers moving rocks and metals. They have no idea what we're really building." Jake nodded. The Galactic Federation treated humans like simple workers. They gave humanity the boring jobs like mining and construction. The alien races thought humans were too primitive to build anything dangerous. They were wrong. 50 years ago, when humans first joined the Federation, they were excited to meet other intelligent species. The reptilian Vorthak were strong warriors. The insect-like Kreelan were master builders. The ethereals were beings made of pure energy who claimed to be the smartest race in the galaxy. At first, humans tried to learn from these advanced species. They offered friendship and cooperation. But the aliens saw humans differently. To them, humans were just another primitive species that could do basic labor. The Federation gave humans simple jobs. They mined asteroids for rare metals. They built space stations using alien designs. They transported goods between star systems. The aliens paid them, but they never treated humans as equals. Dr. Amanda Foster worked in the weapons lab deep inside New Terra. She was one of the best scientists humanity had ever produced. The weapons she designed could crack planets in half. Each gun was bigger than most alien warships. "The main cannon is ready for its first test," Amanda reported over the communication system. "But we need to be careful. If we fire it at full power, every sensor in the solar system will detect the energy signature." Jake understood the problem. They had spent decades building their secret weapon. If the Federation discovered New Terra before it was time, all their work would be wasted. Worse, the aliens might try to destroy it before humans could use it. "Run the test at 10% power," Jake ordered. "We'll fire it into the empty space between Jupiter and Saturn. If anyone asks, we'll say it was a mining accident." Captain Ben Taylor was patrolling the outer edges of the construction zone in his small ship. His job was to watch for Federation spy ships or curious traders. So far, their security had been perfect. No unauthorized ships had come close to New Terra. Ben's ship looked like a normal human patrol vessel. It had the same weapons and shields as other human military ships, but it carried special equipment that could jam alien sensors and communication systems. If a Federation ship got too close, Ben could make sure they saw nothing important. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter was perfect for hiding their secret. Thousands of rocks floated in space, and human mining ships moved between them constantly. New Terra looked like just another large asteroid from the outside. The Federation satellites could not tell the difference. Inside New Terra, thousands of workers finished the final details. The ship had cities, farms, factories, and military bases. It could support 1 million people for decades without resupplying, but most importantly, it had enough weapons to fight the entire Galactic Federation. Colonel Steve Parker handled communication with Earth's government. Every month, he sent coded reports about their progress. The President and the military leaders on Earth knew about Project Titan, but they kept the secret carefully. Even most humans did not know what was happening in the asteroid belt. "Earth Command wants to know when we'll be ready for operation," Steve told Jake during their weekly meeting. "Tell them we need 3 more months," Jake replied. "The weapons testing is almost complete, but we need time to train the crew. When we reveal New Terra to the galaxy, we can't make any mistakes." Lisa Carter walked through the engine room. checking every system personally. The engines that moved New Terra were completely different from anything the Federation had ever seen. Humans had developed new technology in secret, building on ideas the aliens thought were impossible. The engines can push us to twice the speed of any Federation warship, Lisa explained to her team. And they're so quiet that most sensors won't detect us until we're right on top of them. Ryan Phillips monitored communication channels across the galaxy. His job was to know what the Federation was thinking and planning. The intelligence reports showed that the aliens were still completely unaware of humanity's real capabilities. The Vorthak are building up their military, Ryan reported. Intelligence suggests they're planning something big. The Ethereals are worried about Vorthak expansion, but the Federation Council can't agree on how to respond. Jake had expected this. The Federation was weak because its members could never work together effectively. Each species looked out for themselves first. When trouble came, they argued instead of acting. That was why humans had built New Terra. The galaxy was not a safe place for weak species. Peace only lasted as long as the strong species allowed it. Humans had learned this lesson well. Dr. Amanda Foster made final adjustments to the targeting systems. Each weapon could hit targets millions of miles away with perfect accuracy. The Federation's best warships would never even see what killed them. "We're not just building a warship," Amanda told her assistant. "We're building a guarantee that humanity will never be helpless again." Jake Morrison looked at the progress reports one more time. In 3 months, New Terra would be ready. Then the galaxy would learn that humans were not the simple workers the Federation thought they were. The aliens had made one crucial mistake. They had given humans access to advanced technology and raw materials, thinking humans could only use them for basic purposes. Instead, humans had spent 50 years quietly building something that would change everything. Soon it would be time to show the galaxy what humanity could really do. Captain Ben Taylor was halfway through his patrol route when his ship's alarm system started screaming. Emergency signals were flooding the communication channels. Something terrible was happening in the Zephyr system. Ben quickly changed course toward the distress signals. The Zephyrians were one of the most peaceful species in the galaxy. They had never hurt anyone. Their planets were full of artists, scientists, and philosophers who spent their time creating beautiful things and studying the universe. As Ben's ship jumped into the Zephyr system, he could not believe what he saw. Vorthak warships filled the space around Zephyr Prime, hundreds of them. The reptilian warriors were known for being aggressive, but this was different. This was not a military operation. This was slaughter. Federation Emergency Channel. "This is Captain Taylor of the human patrol vessel Liberty," Ben broadcast. "I am witnessing massive Vorthak fleet attacking civilian targets in the Zephyr system. Request immediate assistance." The response came from a bored Federation operator. "Captain Taylor, please file a formal incident report. The Federation Council will review your complaint and respond within 7 to 10 standard days." Ben stared at his communication panel in shock. "Operator, they are killing millions of innocent beings right now. This is genocide, not a border dispute. Captain, please follow proper procedures. The Federation does not authorize military intervention without full Council approval." Ben watched in horror as Vorthak ships fired their main weapons at Zephyr Prime. The beautiful crystal, cities that had stood for thousands of years turned into clouds of glowing dust. Entire continents disappeared under the bombardment. Refugee ships tried to escape the dying planet. Most of them were just civilian transports with no weapons or shields. The Vorthak fighters hunted them down like wild animals. Ben could hear the death screams over his radio as families were vaporized in space. He wanted to help, but his single patrol ship carried only light weapons. Against hundreds of Vorthak warships, he would die without saving anyone. All he could